Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sean Ferrell podcast. I am your host, Sean Ferrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. Hope everybody is having a wonderful, restful, tranquil, long Christmas weekend. Let's not waste no time. Let's get right to it. So the Green Ranger, Jason David Frank, ended his life by suicide. Twitch ended his life by suicide. Believe it or not, I've been told by people that I look like Twitch. Okay. I don't think much of it, but I've been told by people I look like Twitch. Okay. Anyway, back to the subject matter at hand. Okay. So, the 15 common reasons people feel suicidal. Okay. They feel like they don't have a purpose in life. They feel hopeless about their future. They feel like a burden and believe others will be better off without them. They have intense, intrusive thoughts they feel they can't escape from. They've been shamed publicly, had a very embarrassing incident, and feel this will haunt them forever. They've been bullied / abused so badly that they feel that they can't go on. Depression has set in and distorted their reality such that they believe suicide is the best option. They feel alone and like no one would care if they died. They're relieving / feel stuck in a traumatic event that they can't see a world beyond it. They're going through an extremely difficult life transition and are struggling to move on from the world that was to the world that is. They've suffered intense grief / loss and are struggling to find meaning in life. They feel trapped in a negative circumstance. They can't see a way out. They don't feel safe in the world, their existence. They're experiencing intense suffering and don't see an end to it. They have depression and are exhausted from feeling numb, like they are existing and not living. So I'm gonna just go briefly on these 15 right here. They don't feel they have a purpose in life. Boy, talk about somebody who did not have a purpose in life. That was me very early on. I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea where I was going in life. And pretty sure for the people who are watching this, you probably had an idea of what you all wanted to do. But as far as myself, I really didn't know where I was going. Okay. And they say something like a late bloomer. Okay. Like you find your purpose way later in life. So it took me from 21, I would say from the time I graduated high school, 18 to around mid 30s to say, hey, I think helping people into situations that I've been in, mentally, depression, suicide, anxiety. No, I believe that is my purpose now. Okay, I really believe that is my purpose, to help people who have been through the things that I've been through, and by telling my experiences, stories, it's only helping you all, the audience out there. They feel hopeless about their future. Yeah, Um, it kind of ties into they don't have a purpose in life. So if you don't have a purpose in life, you don't have a future. They feel like a burden and believe others will be better off without them. I cannot tell you the number of times where I felt that my family, my coworkers, my friends would be so much better off without me. I thought I was just an embarrassment to my family, my mom, my dad, my brothers, cousins, uncles. I thought I was a family embarrassment. Okay. And I didn't want them to have that burden of me weighing on them. So there have been several times where I've said, that's it. You know what? That's it. And then I say that's it, but then I walk it back because there's always somebody who, excuse me. I saw a saying this morning that I can't remember what it said. I'm trying to remember it full. But I saw a saying on Instagram that said, God didn't wake you up because you needed another day. I think that's what it said. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to remember it. Okay. It had a saying, God didn't wake you up for just another day. He woke you up because somebody else needed you in their day. So yeah. I think that's what it said, but not too sure. But no, somebody out there needs you. So number 4, they have intense, intrusive thoughts that they feel that they can't escape from. Thoughts like you're nothing, you're worthless, you never get out of this situation, you'll always be alone. That man or woman doesn't love you. They don't care about how you know. So you have to manage your depression 24/7, and you have to constantly fight these intrusive thoughts every single day, whether you're at home, whether you're at the gym, whether you're at work, whether you're out hanging with friends. No, these thoughts can pop in at any time, and you just want an escape from them. So one of the ways people escape from those is taking their own life. They've been shamed publicly, had a very embarrassing incident, and feel that this will haunt them forever. Now, I can't think of any time that I've ever been shamed publicly or had a very embarrassing incident in public. So I can't speak on this 5th one right here because I haven't had the experience of being myself personally. I can't speak on that. So, but to those of you who are watching, well, maybe you can speak on that. Maybe you can speak on that in the comments. Maybe you've had an embarrassing moment that you feel ashamed of. they've been bullied, abused so badly that they can't go on. Now, high school, Germantown High School. I had no teeth. I didn't always have my two front teeth. I had partials, and some days I forgot my partials, and when I did, I was made fun of nonetheless, even when I had my partials in. So I had to listen. So I had to listen to verbal abuse, verbal bullying for my entire 4 years there. So I went on. So they've been abused so badly that they feel they can't go on. I went on. I was able to go on, but in the process of going on, anger built up in me. So much built up anger in me. And anger was a sign of depression, which eventually turned into thoughts of suicide, which eventually turned into a suicide attempt. Depression has set in and has distorted their reality, that they believe suicide is the best option. Say like if, to the people watching, you have a bad day at work. You have a bad day at work. You get into a fender bender. You have an argument with your husband or wife. And after that, your depression strikes and says, hey, you want to know the best way to handle that argument with your husband or wife? You want to know the best way to handle that fender bender? You want to know the best way to handle that bad day in your life? So that's how depression can distort your reality. It can strike at any time, any place. It can come on without warning. That happens to me often. That happens to me often. I know for the people who are watching, that probably happens to you too. They feel alone and like no one would care if they died, which ties into the third one. They feel like a burden and believe others will be better off without them. So number 3 ties in with number 8. One of the main reasons why I encourage people to call 988. I'm a volunteer on the 988 line. I'm a volunteer on the 988 line. Is because people who are suicidal, they just want somebody to listen to them. They just want somebody to listen to them. And so, when I was younger, I had nobody outside of my counselor. That was it. Outside of my counselor, I had nobody else who I could really talk to. Because I definitely couldn't tell my parents I was in counseling. Couldn't tell my friends. I couldn't tell my friends. I didn't have none. So, so to people out there who are watching this who feel alone, I would encourage you to just call 988, okay? We are always listening. No, we are always there. We are always listening. They feel they're relieving / feel stuck in a traumatic event and can't see a world beyond it. Like a so take me for example. I had 2 traumatic events within a 5-year period. Summer of 1995, I got hit by a car. Third day of school, my freshman year. I flipped my bike and landed head first. Okay. Now I really didn't think about it too much as the years passed, but in recent years I've thought about it and thinking, I could have died both times. But like Marvin Sapp said, God was right there and I didn't. So I wouldn't say I feel stuck in that traumatic event, but sometimes when I think about it, it does get a little hairy, to say the least, when thinking about the possible repercussions of that. So they're going through an extremely difficult life transition and are struggling to move on from the world that was to the world that is. I would say number 10, they're going through extremely difficult life transition. That ties in with number 11. They suffered intense grief, loss, and are struggling to find meaning in life. The loss of a loved one. I have a few friends who have lost their husbands. A few friends who've lost their grandparents, and there is a period of struggle there. People do call crisis lines. I know for a fact people do call crisis lines because we're dealing with number 10 and 11. And so it's just a weird feeling. It's just a weird, sad feeling. I know when I lost my grandmother about a year ago, if I'm not mistaken. A year ago. It was just weird. It was a sad time and it was just a weird feeling. Yeah. It was just a weird feeling. Not knowing that she was going to be around anymore. So it was a sad, weird feeling. So yeah. Number 12, they feel trapped in a negative circumstance and can't see a way out of it. You may feel trapped in a abusive relationship. You may feel trapped in other life situations, or in my case, I feel trapped professionally. What do you mean when I say trapped professionally? What I mean is I feel trapped at work. And I know what y'all are thinking. And to all my UPS co-workers out there, I'm not talking about y'all, okay? No, y'all are good. No. UPS is a pretty good place to work, so I'm not talking about y'all, okay? So push that aside, okay? It's my other job that I feel trapped in, and the reason why, the reason why I talk about suicide prevention and depression and anxiety is because one day soon, I just pray that I can use this platform to impact others, not just in the city, not just in the city that I'm living in now, but all across the country, okay? And so the photo shoot that I posted a few days ago, my photographer said, "I've seen your YouTube. Just keep on pushing, man. Just keep on pushing." And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep on pushing. Because believe it or not, whether I want to believe it or not, I am having a positive impact. I'm having a positive impact. And I hope I can go from making a small positive impact to a larger positive impact. Okay? They don't feel safe in their world / their existence, especially with everything that's going on in the world today. Yeah. They're experiencing intense suffering and don't see an end to it. Maybe it's a chronic medical condition. And again, this may be loss of a loved one, loss of a job. No. They have depression and are exhausted from feeling numb, like they are existing and not living. Yeah, so when I'm meditating and I have depression, sometimes when I'm meditating and the music gets to a certain part, sometimes I will feel a very relaxing rush, like go through right here. I feel a very relaxing rush go through my, what they call the chakra. So oftentimes I haven't felt that feeling, and maybe that's depression. Maybe that's depression, numbness. I can remember, I know there have been several times where I have gotten a massage, and you're not supposed to wake up lethargic the next day. Usually I wake up very loose and feeling good. But oftentimes I've woken up and from a massage the previous day, and I've woken up and I just feel so exhausted and lethargic and slow moving. That's depression, tiredness, numbness. So yeah, and if you're feeling hopeless, if you feel like that your life is not worth living, if you feel like call 988. No. We have a little saying at the Memphis Crisis Center. Your life is worth a phone call. So dial 988. No. Dial 988. You matter to a lot of people. And your life is worth living, okay? Okay? Alright. So dial 988. This has been the Sean Ferrell podcast. God bless you to all my subscribers. Peace out. and I will see you all soon.